Hey, this is Paul, and I had a seedling tip like this 9 months ago, and I grafted it, and look at it now. So this is a seedling tip graft that was successful, and in only 9 months it went from a seedling tip to this lovely cutting now that I degrafted, and now it's rooting with new growth. So let me show you how I do that. And today I'm going to use an axe seedling, and I'm going to graft it actually to this taller plant. This is my Laverne pink. So first, what you want to do is you're going to grab a seedling, and in this case I'm going to sacrifice it, but if I wanted to save it, I could just cut the tip off and it will still grow. But in this case I'm just going to use this one for demonstration purposes, and if it takes, it takes. But really easy. You sanitize your cutting device with rubbing alcohol, and then cut the seedling tip right about there. Just like that. And now I'm going to graft that up to here. So I'm going to carefully take it off and just cut one nice straight cut straight across. Actually, I'm going to cut it this way because it's kind of moving.
You don't want to knock it off.
There we go. And then carefully take the seedling tip, and actually that was perfect. I just drop it off like so. Now, typically I'll keep this in my greenhouse in the shade so it doesn't get damaged from the wind. But since I'm doing it on this big tall plant and we have a rainstorm coming in a couple days, I thought I would try this out. I think this will work just fine. I'm just going to tie this on really carefully. So that way it will be in a dark space that will remain dry, and the wind shouldn't damage it at all. So I'm going to tie this up, and I'll show you what it looks like at the end. Okay, so it took just a few minutes here, and I used some burlap and a 1-gallon pot and some tape, some planter's tape. And the reason why I think this is going to work is, one, it's going to keep it nice and warm. It's not too hot this time of year, so this is fine. I would not use this in, say, June or July here in our climate.
That would get really warm.
It would just cook it. But this time of year, it's going to kind of keep it warm. It's going to stop the wind from coming in. Any moisture or rain, it's going to keep out. And then I put some burlap here just to kind of slow down any of the wind. And the graft itself is midway. So I think this worked well. I've had some success doing this in the past, but I had a bird land on my graft and it broke it. So this time I'm going to keep it on here longer on this setup. And just remember, you could take a seedling, and in just 9 months from a tip graft, it will be this. And I like to degraft it and make it into a cutting, as you see here. And I believe I could probably get this thing to flower in 2 seasons from now. So if I treat it right. So in about 3 years, you can take a seedling tip and get it to flower and fruit. So I have several out on the trellises out here that are now seedling tips that have been degrafted just using this method. So it's been successful. I expect to get some flowers this season. So give it a try and give us a like and a subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day. Take care.